fairness, I think I should start from our qualifying at Nigel Donata Springs on the first course of Miles Masters in South Africa. Having qualified for our wings on them, we were earmarked to fly Hurricanes. About 9 or 10 of us rookies went up north in a Junkers Ju-52, sitting on the sides on benches. And we were sent to a base camp in Cairo. Then one squadron in the retreat, when the Allies came back to Alamein, one squadron was taken out of the fighting zone and sent to port side for refit, replenish, renew their personnel, and the squadron was nearly made up of two groups, an older group and a younger group. The new pilots didn't actually meet the older people, such as Major Benny Osler, and we don't really remember the others either, because they had left, and then we replaced them. And we were the juniors, and we looked up and we went to one squadron to Portside, and we met the group who were to become our seniors. And they were people like Hannes Forer, Johnny Seckham, Lawrence War, Tom Phillips, Bobby Pride, Tony Biden. And really, to us, they were oldies. They were only 2 years older than us, but they were oldies and war-beaten and wonderful guys. Well, we settled in. They made us feel very, very comfortable, and they accepted us, and they taught us everything they could possibly teach us about no longer flying, about fighting. Well, the day came that one squadron had its rest period and got the new pilots settled in, and the Allies had settled at Alamein, and we had to start going on operational alert. Our really first, from what I remember, our first operation ever was the Stuka Party. I would like to say one thing before I get on to the Stuka Party. Our mechanics were wonderful guys. And I can remember my mechanic seeing me to the aircraft, into the Hurricane, and then standing at the back of the wing crying, wondering how they could send all these young little nincompoops into battle. Well, off we went, and as we approached the front line, Major Lemessurier, who was our ASC, warned us and told us that all those spots that we could see coming towards us were the enemy, were 109s, Mackies, Stukas. And the next thing, we just heard Major Lemmy saying, "Go for it, boys." And he got in first and shot the very first one down. After that, it was bedlam, absolute bedlam. Guys were shooting, aircraft were blowing up, and there's so little to remember. I flew number 2 to Bobby Pride, who was one of the seniors mentioned earlier, and when it was all over, it was just unbelievable that as quickly as it started, so it ended, and we were on our way home. Well, there was as much bedlam on the ground as there was in the air, because the news spread to headquarters, to the different authorities, and all the messages started coming in. That is really all I can think of in the Stuka Party, because it was very much an individual thing. Everybody just tried to cotton on to anything you saw, either a Stuka, 109, anything, and do your best. So it all ended. That was the Stuka Party, and an awful fuss was made of it, and the messages from Mr. Churchill and the AACs and everybody.